So this channel has gone pretty cold on the whole Madeline Soto case. A lot of things have happened this month, but there has been a recent development. Some interviews have been released with Madeline Soto's mother, Jen Soto. And I always said this woman was creepy. When I first started this topic, I knew nothing about it, just doing my little research and whatever. The second I saw this woman's picture, I just had her in my book of bad guys versus good guys. She was 100% in the bad guys book. I just looked at her and I was like, yeah, she probably had something to do with it. Lo and behold, she probably had something to do with it. But anyways, people, we're going to go through two interviews, one of which is just the initial interview. They ask her some questions. Then she gets followed up by a sex crime investigator. And that one, I can feel her heart kind of just sinking lower and lower into her body as the woman talks to her on other questions. But without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, let's go ahead and jump into this thing. It's quite interesting, and it just really paints a picture on how Jennifer Soto really just operates, man. But let's do it. Hey, say hi to the people. Say hey. It's a good girl.
February 27th, 2024, 11:16 hours for OCSO case 24-011313. Can you state your full name?
Jennifer Lucette Soto.
All right, Jennifer. So I'm here to talk to you today. We're going to talk about, and you're familiar with kind of why we're talking right now, right?
Yes.
Okay. Can you tell me
She
when
is
is the
creepy,
last
bro. She
time
is creepy.
you were with someone?
Are they talking about Madeline when they bleep the voice? I think they're talking. Why would they bleep the voice? Hold on. Let's get our bearings here. Let's get
When we're
our
talking
bearings.
right now, right?
Yes.
Okay. Can you tell me when is the last time you were with
You were
someone?
with.
Saw her, I'm going to say Sunday night.
Okay.
I heard her Monday getting ready for school.
Okay, so they're talking about Madeline. For some reason, they bleeped her voice out. Minor? Okay. But it's like everybody knows. I guess fuck it. They just don't. Hey, respect, Everybody knows her name, but I guess at the time, they couldn't have the name.
So you last saw her Sunday night about what time?
I'm going to say 11 p.m. before she went to bed.
And you were here at home? Gotcha. And where did she go to bed? Was she in her room, your room, or something else?
She actually slept upstairs with... we have a guest bedroom. We were all going to sleep together in the same bed, but I needed some good sleep. And
What? Huh? What? How old is Stephen Stearns? Hold on. Madeline is 12 years old. She's a fucking baby. That is weird as fuck. You guys were gonna sleep in the bed together?
with we have a guest bedroom. We were all going to sleep together in the same bed, but I needed some good sleep. And I got a new job recently. I haven't been well rested. I needed some sleep. So I asked, hey, can you guys go to the guest bedroom upstairs?
Oh yeah, two of you.
I knew he was going to get her ready and
Sorry. Okay, so you needed some good sleep. So was it about 11 o'clock?
yeah. I sent them upstairs
Yeah.
and I went to bed.
Even the way she said that, I sent them upstairs. You sent them upstairs to go to bed. She's comfortable telling the police that. She's comfortable telling the police that. Just repeat.
Okay. And that was about 11.
Yeah.
And do you guys normally all sleep together? Because I know you said that she sleeps in your room with you typically, right?
She sleeps with me typically. Typically when he comes into town, because he lives with his parents in Northport, Florida. Mm-hmm. When he comes to town, he'll sleep in the guest bedroom.
Okay. And Stefan is the one you're referring to, right?
Yeah, Stefan Stearns.
Stefan. How often does he stay here?
Oh. He moved away back in December, so I'm going to say he's visited at least 2 to 3 times since then.
Okay. Why did he move away?
He was offered his dad had offered him a job, but it fell through.
Oh.
So
okay.
now we're trying to get him back here.
And he just visits?
Yeah.
When he visits, does he stay for like hours, days, weeks?
I would say days. This time we had planned on him staying a whole week because I was going through training at work. Mm-hmm. So I wanted him to be here to help me with the dog, help me with the training.
Okay, so this time he was planning to stay for a week. How long has he been here?
Oh yeah, she's off. You could tell this fucker. Look at that big small eye. Now I will say I got a sleepy eye too. Putting it out there, but that's a evil big small eye right there. That's that. I'm gonna murder you in your sleep, big small eye. Shit. This like, your daughter is missing. Okay.
Or when did he arrive, rather, this time?
I can't remember if he arrived Saturday or Sunday morning.
Yeah, it's no biggie. Okay. Don't worry, it's no biggie.
Fine.
It's no
Sometime
biggie.
this weekend?
Yeah.
So that was last night around 11. And so about what time did you hear her on Monday morning?
I heard everyone getting ready around, I'm going to say 7:30, 8 o'clock.
And was it just Steph? Who else lives here?
I have roommates.
Okay.
I have Angelica Negro.
Angelica Negro? What the fuck? Hold on. Wait, what? I know I didn't hear that right. Hold on.
Who else lives here?
I have roommates.
Okay.
I have Angelica Negro.
Fuck it. It's Angelica Negro. All right. Or maybe it's Necro.
There's one roommate, and then Natalie Rosiero.
Okay. And you just heard all of them?
It was neither.
No, I just heard, if anything, Stefan came and woke me up accidentally because he was trying to let the dog out. Mm-hmm. And the dog gets really nervous sometimes. Mm-hmm. So I was trying to help him with that, get him on his leash. But he got him situated and took him for a walk.
Okay. Did you hear around 7 or 8?
I've heard that last name before. It's Spanish. Okay. I figured. It crossed my mind. I was like, no, she can't be saying that. I've never heard a last name like that. And I've heard a few Nigerian last names. I ain't never heard some shit like that.
I heard noises in the kitchen, but I'm not sure,
Not sure who it was exactly.
Who it was exactly, yeah. Gotcha. It could have been any of the roommates.
But you didn't see her leave Monday morning. Were you still in bed or still in your room?
I was still asleep, yeah.
Gotcha. What time does she normally leave for school?
We usually leave around...
Dude can't leash a dog.
8:50 at the latest.
Okay.
Where's my dog? Oh, she's sleeping. I'm gonna leave her alone.
What time does she have to be to school by?
9:28 is when school starts.
No. That doesn't.
And so I think you had said the previous night, you and Stefan, that he was going to get
Yeah.
and take her in the morning? Okay.
And they were going to stop at McDonald's and get breakfast, but she changed her mind last minute and did not want McDonald's.
Okay. When'd you find that out?
When did I find that out?
If my dog doesn't like
When
you, I
Stefan
don't
called
like you.
me around 10,
Facts, though,
18
facts.
in the morning, I had stepped out to go get blood work done, and he had just let me know that he just got back home from running a few errands, and that I asked, did you guys ever just stop at McDonald's? And he said no, she changed her mind. He tried convincing her a few times, but she did not want McDonald's anymore.
What time did you leave the house yesterday in the morning? Or what time did you step out, rather?
I'm going to say around 9:30.
Had Stefan returned at all?
No.
So you were there from, just so I have my times kind of right, so you woke up around 7 or 8. You saw Stefan, because you helped him with the dog, because he was letting the dog out, right?
Yeah.
And then did you go back to sleep, or were you just kind of in the room?
I laid back down and went back to sleep.
Okay. And then, do you remember what time you woke up after that?
I believe I set my alarm for 9 a.m.
Gotcha. So, it would have been around 9 a.m. that you woke up. And in that time, you didn't see Stefan return at all? Okay. You left around 9:30.
School starts around 9:30. They left at 7:30. Maddie was tired, so she didn't want to eat, but did want to go to school early? No. Just no. Yeah, exactly.
30. And then Stefan called you around 10 to say he got home?
Yeah.
Cool. Got it. Okay. Did he say anything else aside from she didn't want to go to McDonald's?
About her, no. About his morning, yes. He had tried going to the vape shop when it opened right after he dropped her off from school and waited, but they never opened on time, so he came back, hung out a little bit, and he came home around 10 and then went back out eventually to the vape store to go get some vape stuff.
So he left after 10. What time did you get back home for the day?
Let me check something. I want to check what time my blood work appointment is at. I'll give you more of an accurate time.
Yeah.
Investigators are thinking that she was killed at home, too. So it's not like he took her out and then killed her, which would be harder to do without somebody noticing, too, right? So they're assuming it happened in the house. They made a decision on what to do the night before, right? They made their decision. They told their story to each other, rehearsed it, because she just looks scared. But she does seem like she knows her story. Like, they rehearsed it quite well. If she was on board, they could have had the entire night. You know, if she was a crazy, losing her mind person because of the situation, right? For the alleged strangulation, right? Then it wouldn't have worked out. But if she was calm and she was with him and she agreed, they would have had the whole night to create this whole story. And then the next day, they go ahead, throw her away. And then she tells the story to the police, and Stefan Stearns tells his story. And hopefully, if we're good enough, we get away with it.
Okay, so my appointment was at 10:15, and it took them 45 minutes to see me. So I didn't get home until 11:15, 11:30.
Mm-hmm. And was Stefan back at that point in time?
I'm gonna say yes.
Okay.
I can't remember.
And then what did the day look like after that? That's fine.
So I did my blood work, then I came back, and then I just waited. I waited for the rest of the day until 2:30 to leave. Well, I wait in the car line, so I'm first in line to pick her up.
Yeah, that car line can be vicious. So you left approximately 2:30.
Yeah.
And pickups around 4, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Now, when you got there at 4, then what happened?
I waited in the car line for about 10 minutes, and she never came out. So I thought maybe I missed her. I couldn't remember if I told her I was picking her up from school that day or if she had to walk to the office.
Okay.
So I went to the office to see if she made it. She never did. I drove around a little bit.
Okay.
I drove around a little bit, looking for her. I went back to the school. The school was closed at this point. I wanted to speak to somebody at the office to see if anybody could tell me if she had been there. I think at this point I had called, before I went to the school, I actually called her best friend and I said, "Hey, with you, I can't find her. She didn't walk to the office and she wasn't at school when I went to pick her up." She said she never made it. She's
We'll figure it out eventually. That's the type of attitude she has. It's like, damn, she's missing? Oh, well, I guess, if she wants to come back, she'll come back. If you love something, they say let it go. Have you ever heard that saying? That's what she's abiding by. And again, I guess you can't arrest somebody for being a shitty parent, but goddamn.
And I'm like, "What do you mean? I dropped her off." We dropped her off close to school. And she said she didn't make it for second period. I said, "Please check with the rest of your friends."
Please check with the rest of your friends. Okay, please check with the rest of your friends. If you don't see her, then, okay, she may have just ran away for a walk. When you lose your dog, well, I used to live in the country. When you lose your dog, if you're a country guy, they run off for maybe like a half day or like maybe a day. I used to have dogs, they'll go away for a long time. And, it's like, after a while, you get old enough, it's kind of like, they probably just went for a walk. They'll come back. Yeah, they'll come back. Yeah, they're fine. A couple days later, they come back. They're in the yard again, chilling. It's like, it's one of those things. She's treating her daughter like it's a outside dog that goes hunting every couple of days. The fuck are we talking about? That's how you know there's a spectrum to parenting out here.
She did. She got back to me, said none of them saw her today. I emailed one of her teachers. Her teacher texted me her attendance for the whole day and told me she wasn't in school at all. That's when I knew something was wrong.
Oh, you think?
Okay.
Okay. You freaked out. Okay, sweetie,
Okay.
no. No, sweetie.
Is it typical to walk to after school?
If I'm working, yes.
And where I mean, in relation to the school, like, is it a close walk, long walk?
It's a very close walk.
Okay. So typically in the morning, if, or I guess before Stefan moved, did he live with y'all? So it's typical of him to be able to get her ready in the mornings and drop her to school. Do y'all tend to split that responsibility, or what does that look like?
Typically, I do it.
Okay.
This morning...
Well, I mean, he is a come over and stay boyfriend, right? So typically you would have to do it. That's crazy. Like, the dude doesn't even live there, and he's over here. I don't know. It just doesn't make sense. It doesn't make much sense to me. They were doing weird shit with that little girl for sure. This is one of the weirdest cases I've ever covered because I've never seen the mom and the boyfriend, the dad or the boyfriend or whoever. I've never seen the mom and the boyfriend both partake in some weird shit before. And clearly we haven't seen it here with our eyes or with the evidence. But They were doing some weird shit with that little girl for sure. Take your own damn kids to bed. Fuck it. I don't know how much shit that taught me something. Take your own damn kids to bed. Nobody else unless shit. I don't trust that. I don't trust that shit.
Because of my work schedule, because I've been so exhausted, I asked him to take over and do it, and he said he would.
No, fuck that.
Okay. Has he done it before though? Like is he familiar with how to drop her off? And
I'm gonna say he's done it once or twice before. I'm not too sure.
okay. In the time since he's been back, well, not this time because he's only come back over the weekend, but in the other times, he's done it maybe once or twice.
I'm gonna say yeah.
Yeah, and she's 13. What does she have, nightmares still? The fuck are you putting her to bed for? That's another thing. That's very true. I'm thinking of a kid. I forgot she's 12, 13. From the time you're like 9, 10, you're kind of like, you're kind of just going to sleep. At least I was. That's true. I wasn't even thinking about that.
Is there any reason that he drops her off?
And she was staying up really late. She said she sent them to bed at 11 something. So we know she stays up late. So, yeah, never mind.
Or he dropped her off a block away instead of dropping her off to the school?
Because she asked. Because she is embarrassed of his car.
Really? When did she express that?
Multiple times when we've been like, okay, I think Stefan might take you to school or he might pick you up. She goes, can he pick me up far away? Can he leave me here? Like, I don't want to be seen. I'm just like,
what car does he drive? I'm curious.
it's that Buick.
Oh, okay.
But to her, that's an old hoopty car.
Fancy taste. I get it. About Sunday or Saturday or this weekend where she may have said that she was wanting to hang out with friends or something she was wanting to do.
No woman with female ovaries is going to sit around and watch her daughter get beat the fuck up and touched on by her boyfriend. Not a good one. Like, I don't see that ever happening unless... Like, nobody's gonna, I don't care how scared, what I'm saying is I don't care how scared you are, the fuck, you're not gonna let that shit happen. The second you get some freedom, he can't be around you 24/7 unless you're actually in a dungeon and he has you held captive. There's absolutely no way that you're not gonna bring that to somebody's attention, say something, do something, or act out on something, unless you're in on it. She was definitely partaking in whatever weird shit they were doing.
Anything?
In my opinion.
On Sunday, she actually had a party, and she had some friends come over.
Mm-hmm.
So she hasn't expressed that she wanted. She actually got to spend time with friends and family. She had a great Sunday.
Okay.
She came back with a lot of presents. She was super happy.
Okay. So, no arguments at home recently or anything?
No, nothing like that.
You're saying Madeline told her mom and she didn't believe her? Kind of like she loves him so much that she just didn't believe, like ignored it, like, no, it's not happening. Could be, but I don't even think it was that nature. Like, oh, he's doing stuff to me, mom. And she's like, no, you're just exaggerating. I think she was partaking because it was the way his friend talked about her, how Madeline was like a real freak. And, the second I think, whenever somebody says she's a real freak, I think butt stuff. So I was like, okay, she probably be doing all that shit. But then he continued. He pushed the envelope and he was like, I wouldn't even be surprised if all three of them were doing things together. And that really put me to a corner. I was like, why would you assume that? So, the friends of Stefan Stearns could be full of shit. But just somebody bringing that type of content matter up makes me believe that it's possible. Like, why? That's not even in my frame of mind until you bring something like that up. So, yeah, I think Jennifer was on some weird shit and she made it okay for her daughter's mind, maybe made it okay in her mind to fuck around and do weird shit, which is shit, depravity at its finest.
The totality of, I guess, everything, as long as she's been ever gone off to spend time by herself, or gone to hang out at a park by herself, or something to kind of clear her own head.
So there's a lake right behind this building.
Mm-hmm.
She'll sometimes sit at the dock or by the lake, but I check on her often.
Okay.
The dog is growling and barking in her sleep. What the fuck? Hold on. You're gonna hear it right now. Now she doesn't want to do it. She literally started growling. I was like, who the fuck are you growling at? And she's over there twitching her leg and barking and growling. That shit is fucking hilarious. Okay, let's get back to it. I'm not even gonna bother her. I'm just gonna leave her. I'm gonna let her fight her demons.
I'm just trying to figure out, I mean, if she... I don't know if something at school upset her, something here upset her.
Even
Not
Angel
that it would
feels
be
the
anyone's
evil.
fault, but if there's somewhere that she may go for, like, you know, peace of mind. Now, your roommates, I know you told me their names earlier, but can you give them to me again? I didn't write them down.
Sure. Angelica. And then Negro, Nigro.
Uh-huh.
Oh, it is Nigro.
And then
Negro.
Mm-hmm.
Nathalie, which is Nathalie.
Mm-hmm. R-O-S-E-R-O. Okay. Do you have their phone numbers by chance? If they're not here? Are you okay? Do you have to use the bathroom?
No, I'm just anxious.
Oh, okay.
I've got anxiety. Let me see. Where is... Okay, Angelica, she primarily speaks Spanish, so you probably need a Spanish speaker.
Got it. And then Nathalie. Got it. Alright. When's the last time you got in any kind of trouble at home?
I'm gonna say a few weeks ago.
What was that for?
I don't think... If she gets a yelling, or if she gets in trouble for anything, it's for her disorganization and messiness. How she leaves laundry on the floor,
Okay.
her room's a mess, she keeps her space very disorganized. So I kind of get on top of her. Do I remember the actual argument? No. When I went through her text messages back on February 2nd or 3rd, she had expressed to a friend that, you know, I was crazy. I was acting, you know, being nuts.
Almost old stuff to say.
Yeah, apparently I don't remember this in this conversation. I remember saying this once, but not in February. But she had said, behave this way or not listen. You know, when she turns 18, I'm not going to want to live with her.
Okay.
Or, also, I would ship her off to her dad's.
Oh.
But I never...
Where's your dad live?
Houston, Texas.
Okay. Has she ever expressed wanting to go back and live with them?
No.
How often does she see him or talk to him at all?
Talks to him once in a while.
Via phone or probably?
Yeah, via phone, yeah.
Okay.
Text message or Instagram, they'll message each other. But I talked to him last night, and she's like, just so you're aware, she hasn't said anything about making plans to come over here or see me or come visit me, so he doesn't have any information on where she might be.
Okay.
He's actually willing to come over here, too, if we need him to.
Okay. But she's never made any plans, I guess, to go see him.
No.
What's her dad's name? Do you know his phone number?
So I think it's this one.
The detective found a poem written by him for Maddie after her death, talking about her honey-colored hair, blue eyes, and how he misses her. Yeah, it sounds something like somebody like Stephen Stearns would do. You know, remember he collected those little figurines, the little back in the day toys. He's a weirdo. The one that's for little girls, I forgot the name of them. And I understand being a collector, but you collected shit for little girls? I mean, you have weird written all over your face. Hello?
And he lives in Texas.
In Houston, yeah.
How long has he lived? Or how long?
He was in the military.
Wow, they really
either
bleeped a lot.
Kansas or...
Oh, so he's never had any, like, custody or anything with her?
Nothing.
Okay. And has she ever formed a relationship with him where they bonded and talk or anything that, like, she... I guess I would try to rule out the possibility that she would be trying to go to Texas and see him or meet up with him or...
They're as close as they can be with how limited contact he does have with her. He texts her once in a blue, right? Not as consistent as I would like him to, but
okay.
I don't think she's making her move to go.
Yeah.
She's left her debit card here. All her money's here. Her cell phone's here.
Is it typical of her to leave her cell phone? Does she normally have it?
She's got ADHD. She's very forgetful. This happens often.
Oh, so she frequently forgets her things?
Yeah.
Okay. As far as her mental diagnosis, she's diagnosed with ADHD. How long has she had ADHD?
Since she was like 5, 6. They also diagnosed her at the same time with autism. So she's had an autism diagnosis for a few years now. I've reassessed her recently. They told me she had some autistic traits, but they weren't sure if she was autistic. So
I bet they were all on meds. Yeah, 100%. Soto was definitely on them. Stearns was definitely on them. And what they do, they ushered their daughter into it. Ooh, what's wrong with her? Ooh, I think she's autistic. Ooh, I think she has this problem. Ooh, I think she has that problem. When the kid probably is just a fucking kid and don't be paying attention. Oh, she has ADHD. Oh, let's put her on medication. Let's put her on medication. It's so fucking stupid. Bro. Listen. Yeah, I agree. They're definitely all on fucking pills.
So, I mean, do you ever notice her mental capacity impacting her ability to, I guess...
They would have thought I was mentally retarded. If I was put into 2024, they would have thought, listen, if I was under Madeline Soto's damn care, I would have been on Ritalin. I would have been on fucking Adderall. I would have been on up, down, left, and right. Shit, having 3 fucking psychiatrists at the end of by the time I'm 15, I have 3 different psychiatrists I have to go talk to. Have my little meditation session with my psychiatrist and shit. I'm telling you, bro, it's parents like this that fuck their kids up. Oh, you have this problem, sweetie. That's why you need to do this. Take these drugs.
Around other kids or function normally?
I would say sometimes, because she acts... I'm not sure. Sometimes she'll make some decisions that I'm just like, where did that come from? Like,
I mean, is that like, would that be a result of a mental disability, or would that be like a result of her being?
Sure.
I mean, does she? I guess like basic questions I always kind of ask her. Can she feed herself without assistance? Does she shower and bathe without assistance? I mean, she has a phone, so she can text and talk to people. She has friends at school. Gotcha.
Thank you, Julie. What's up?
And has she ever complained about school?
Not complained exactly. I know it's tough on her. She's given a lot of work. She's always behind on work.
Okay. Got it. And I think the deputies already last night kind of went through social media a little bit, but if you're okay with it, I'd actually like to take her phone so that I can see if I can get anything else from it. Typically me being able to go through it and go through text and social media will help me sort of establish a pattern of where people go and whatnot. If that's something you'd let me do.
Sure. Will you take her phone away forever, or just for right now?
Just for as long as I need it to actually go through it. So
okay.
I'll give it back to you as soon as I'm done. As soon as we find her, I'll give it back to her, hopefully. Yeah, I mean, that's just about all the questions I have at the moment. You know her better than I do. I guess my last thing would be like, what do you think based off of everything that we've talked about and everything that you've learned so far? Is anything?
And this is the weirdest thing about this whole interaction, right? Is that usually the mom is going to be giving information. It's like she'll be ready to just pass this out and be like, all right, ma'am, let's stay on track. And her favorite ice cream is peach, and she enjoys this. And when she left, she was watching this movie. You know what I mean? I feel like, the mom would be frantically trying to help. She's over here sitting quiet, waiting for questions. The officer actually had to stop and be like, okay, so now what are your thoughts about all of this? Do you want to add to it? Do you want to help me in any type of way? Do you feel... I know it's procedure to be like, okay, is there anything else? But it came up really quick.
Sticking out to you?
Based off of everything, me knowing her and knowing how she is and how tight-knit we are, like, I don't think she would run away.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like she was taken, like, on that short walk from where she was dropped off to the school. It was early in the morning. I'm not sure how many cars were around.
Mm-hmm.
I think she was dropped off somewhere between 8:30 and 8:45 in the morning, which is earlier than we normally take her.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not sure.
Okay.
I want to say, I think from what I understood, Orange County got footage of someone by the church in a description of what she was wearing early that morning,
mm-hmm.
just hanging out in the parking lot, and then she got up and left.
Yeah, so the video, they wrote it here, but there was a video of essentially what looks like her at around 8:45, just about that time, walking into that church parking lot that's right near where she got dropped off by Stefan. And it looks like she sits there for about 15 minutes or so, and then walks
Say less. We're going to have a dog emoji soon. Say less.
Way. So
I'm wondering if it's typical for her to wait at that parking lot too for my stepdad to pick her up from school, so it's not abnormal for her to hang out there
in that parking lot.
Yeah.
Okay. Can you think of any reason why she might have chosen yesterday morning to wait there? I mean, obviously, your stepdad's not picking her up in the morning. But
I wonder if she knew, like, if she had an idea she was super early, so she was just trying to kill time a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know why she didn't go directly to the school. Like,
yeah.
You don't know nothing, huh? You don't know nothing. Not a single thought in that brain of yours.
I know when Stefan dropped her off, he said that he saw her rummaging through her phone as he drove away, like deeply looking into her backpack. Her backpack. Yeah. I'm assuming she was looking for her phone and realized she didn't have it with her at that time.
Got it.
But
okay.
Yeah.
Does she have any kind of boyfriend or significant other at school that she's ever talked about or expressed?
No boyfriend. She did recently tell Stefan that she had a crush on a boy.
Oh, okay.
And we saw messages between them, and nothing seemed weird. But you can look through that as well. His name is...
I assume another middle school boy?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, she had a crush on a middle school boy while there was a grown fucking geriatric man that wanted to have her, which is weird as fuck. Like, I don't even want to date. Like, it's fine if you have a kid, but it's like, I'm not even trying to, like, kids and shit. Like, I'm good. Like, what? And then he had a special bond with her. What type of weird shit? You know, when you have a special bond with a kid that's not yours, it's basically if you had that kid from when she was a child, a fucking 2-year-old. That's when you can say, oh yeah, we had a special bond, but she's not my child. Okay, I get that. That's still fucking creepy for you to say it like that, but I get it. This guy met this little girl at whatever age. I think she was 9 or some shit. Like, he had been in her life for a minute. There's no way it's not weird to be saying like, oh, we had a special bond. We're such a good girl. Oh yeah, she told Stefan about the boy. What?
Are you guys talking to Stefan out here?
Yeah, they're right out there. They just wanted to ask him a couple things, but I figured I'd just ask you this at the same time for the sake of time. Do you recognize this vehicle at all? I wanted to see if I could. So I know it's pretty grainy. It's this one right here. That one's tough, but does that look familiar at all?
No.
You wouldn't know that anywhere?
I don't know that part.
Gotcha. Okay, cool. Yeah, so this is it's hard to show you on my phone because the quality of the video just kind of gets worse when I've downloaded it from the church's computer, and the quality just gets kind of worse. Can you make out, like, the shape of that being black shorts and that being possibly a green jacket?
I see the green.
Would that, I mean, I know it's very difficult to recognize, but would that be something, some clothes that she owns, or
yes.
Would the quality be too bad for you to be able to tell based on that?
I mean, the quality's terrible.
Yeah.
The color scheme.
Would that be akin to something that she owns?
Yeah.
Gotcha. And the hair looks a little dark in the from here.
Dirty blonde. It could pass for dirty blonde.
That could possibly
be
her. Okay. Is that? I can't tell just from looking at it, but is that Stefan's car? It looks a little darker from there, but I almost can't tell, like, if it's a Toyota or
from the front looks different. That looks like a Toyota from the front.
From the front, it looks different, right?
And then from the side, it could be.
It's got a look. I mean, yeah, the grill is kind of the same a little bit. The headlights look the same. Okay, cool. And I just wanted to see if you kind of were able to help me with that. So this whole living in the woods thing, I have people, like, tromping through the woods right now on horses and ATVs and all sort of things, but has she ever mentioned that before?
Just in that text that I saw.
Just that's the only time you've ever heard of it? Is she outdoorsy at all? Does she like camping?
No.
We used to go hiking.
Does she look like she fucking likes camping? Come on.
We haven't done that in a while.
Okay. Where did you go? Was it around here?
Where would we go? We'd go hiking in, like, St. Cloud. Lake Lizzie Preserve is what it's called.
Oh, yeah. Well, that's not too far.
It's about 35 minutes away.
Yeah, okay.
On 182. Lake Lizzie Preserve. We've also walked Shingle Creek before, but we haven't done that in a very long while.
Got it.
But no, I know, the thing is, I started talking to her about World War III. I was talking about, like, hey, this is going on in Palestine and Israel right now.
Oh, so you're talking to her about the wars.
I was telling her, I was talking to her about just what's happening politically, and I'm like, you know, I don't know what that means for us, but we'll see what happens. But I've talked to her about World War III, so that's what I'm just saying.
How long ago was that? I mean, is that something that might have impacted her?
Yeah, I feel like that's why when I read that conversation, I'm like, oh, that's directly related to me talking to her about what's happening in Israel, Palestine, and the potential World War III that might happen from that.
Okay.
And that's why she said she wanted to go live in the woods.
Okay. Got it.
Oh, so she's a moron. You're treating her like this is some baby that doesn't understand, like, what's the word? The different, like, they don't understand, like, they take everything literally. Oh, we're just gonna run away and live in the woods and run away from the missile people. Guys, if a nuke drops, no force is gonna save you. Just sit down, smoke a joint, and enjoy the fucking fireworks until it blasts you into a fucking mist of boiled air. Because, you know, and I think Madeline Soto, a 13-year-old, would understand that living in the forest is not going to fucking keep you safe. So that's the dumbest fucking explanation I've ever heard. Oh yeah, Madeline said, yeah, I just want to go live in the forest because World War III. So you're saying your daughter's a fucking moron, is what you're saying? She's actually saying her daughter is stupid. I know the cop is listening to this. Like, yeah, this lady's not too right in the head, is she?
All right. No, just wanted to figure out where that might have come from. Maybe help me see if she just wanted to be in the outdoors.
Definitely, the World War III conversation. That's definitely me.
Okay.
That was me.
It's fine. I mean, it's fine. So one thing that I think I may have misheard you say earlier, but I want to make sure that I have it absolutely clear, is on Sunday night y'all went to bed around 11, and the reason that you sent her upstairs with Stefan was because you had work in the morning, was it? Or you just started a new job?
I just started a new job and I haven't been sleeping well.
Oh.
I take psychiatric meds every night for my bipolar disorder, and if I don't take them the right way, eat, and go to sleep on time,
They don't work.
They don't work.
Gotcha.
So I was just like, hey, I really need these meds because I forgot them the night before. I forgot them, I think, Saturday night. So Sunday I was not myself. So I asked, I'm like, hey, I need to be medicated. I need to sleep. Can you take care of the morning duties so I can go and sleep?
Gotcha. All right. No, I just wanted to...
She's blaming her psychiatric issues for the reason she couldn't. So what happens when Stefan doesn't live there? He lives with his parents, right? He lives with his parents. So what happens when Stefan isn't there and her psychiatrics aren't working? Her psychiatrics, they stop working. What happens with Madeline when she needs to go to school? Just live life the way life has been living. Do shit you'd be doing if he wasn't there. That's why I know it's bullshit.
Just wanted to make sure I understood you right, because I was like, did you have work in the morning? Or I didn't write that down, and I wanted to make sure I heard you okay. Are there any cameras in the neighborhood that you know of? Does anyone have any ring cameras? Do you have any security cameras out front?
I'm going to say there are cameras in the front. There are cameras in the back gate as well.
Okay.
I know one neighbor around here has a Ring camera, but I didn't watch anything like that.
Okay.
Hey, Jay, how are you?
And if you don't mind, just try to keep people out of... because I have a canine that's coming. If you don't mind, they're going to try to run another track from the church and from here.
Okay.
To see if we can maybe just try it again. Last night it didn't work out because the dog lost interest and they weren't able to continue. But I figured, it's worth another try. The dogs are pretty good, so just try to keep them out of her room. We're probably going to use does she have dirty laundry or like a hamper?
Her most recent dirty laundry is on my bathroom floor, and we've walked around it. We haven't touched it.
Okay, just keep people off of it.
Yeah.
Just and as much as you can, try to avoid crowding the front door for the dog.
Yeah.
So that they know where to go from. Okay.
Just let me know when they're coming.
Yeah, I'm gonna get. They're gonna call me when they're on the way. But just as much as you can, try to keep the scent pretty fresh. There you go. Cool. All right. And another
lost interest. Yeah. Sometimes you can't force a dog to do what you don't want to do. Dogs are bred to do things, and they enjoy doing what they're bred for. But sometimes they just don't want to. And it's just like a human. You can't get them to do it. You know what I mean? He probably smelled her somewhere, but he was like, yeah, I'm tired. I'm ready to go home.
thing I just wanted to confirm, because I know the last night was a long night. But you said you said when you woke up around 9, you left your house at 9:30 for your doctor's appointment.
Mm-hmm.
And Stefan hadn't come home yet.
Mm-mm.
And then he called you at 10. You were
At
already
like
gone.
10:15, yeah.
10:15ish to have the conversation. McDonald's and
Yeah, she didn't want McDonald's, so he came home. I think he had accidentally left his phone at home.
yeah.
So he was just letting me know, because I had called him multiple times. So he was just returning my call going, I'm so sorry, I left the phone at home. I went to the vape store. I waited there for a little bit. Nobody was there. He came back home for a little bit and then went back out to the vape store.
And then what time did you get home again? Was it around 11?
Let me see. I'm going to say around 11:15.
Because I think if I heard you right the first time, you got home at 11 and you and Stefan were both here, and then he left to go to the vape store again?
I did see him, yeah.
Okay, cool. I just wanted to make sure I had that, because like I said, sometimes you forget to write things down and I don't want to misremember. But okay, that's all I have for you right now. We're still looking. I mean, that's unfortunately the best update I can give you. Is we're all out and we're everywhere, asking people and looking. And I know your family's also doing the same. So if you get anything new like that thing you sent me just a little bit ago that I can look into, just keep on sending them to me. Okay.
Yeah. Were any of those helpful about the vehicles?
There's something for me to look into, to look for license plate readers and stuff. As of right now, I haven't been able to find anything else or confirm it, but I mean, it's still helpful for me to, in case something else comes across in the future.
I wonder what the cop thinks. I wonder if he is suspicious of her or if he's just doing his job, thinking like, yeah, she's just in shock. She's in whatever. Because, you know, everybody responds differently to different things.
Hey, Jennifer. I haven't introduced myself. My name's Myra Taglo. Okay, I'm a detective with the sheriff's office. Do you mind if I talk to you? Do you mind if we talk over there by the car?
You could tell she Latina.
That's
Latina.
Where? Inside the house?
fine. In the car.
Yeah. Our car?
You could feel it, the vibes. You could feel the Latina vibes.
Oh, look at the baby. Does it lock?
No, it should be fine.
Okay. Over here,
Are we
please.
going to be able to go back home soon?
I'll explain it in a second.
Oh, that's Stern's
Okay.
bitch ass right there. Are we gonna be able to go home soon? Listen to it. Are we gonna be able to go home soon? Fucking bitch ass.
Over here,
Are we
please.
going to be able to go back home soon?
I'll
He
explain
sounds like a woman, bro. I'm sorry. it's I don't hear the bass. Can we? I can't even unbass my voice. Can we go home soon? Like, what the fuck is going on?
Yes, I'll wait with him.
Does it lock?
No, it should be fine.
Over here,
Are we
please.
going to
No,
be able to
it should be
go back
fine.
home soon?
I'll explain it in a second.
Oh,
Okay.
walking bitch made. Like,
I have a question too before we get started.
oh, she's definitely Latina.
Somebody said something like somebody in here has a gun. Is that a true statement or a false statement?
That's a true statement.
Okay, where is this gun at right now?
It is upstairs in the guest bedroom.
It's not like in any of these cars out here.
No, I don't believe so. I think it's upstairs in the guest bedroom. Bedroom number 4. It's got a number 4 on it.
Okay, how certain are we of that?
Hello?
As far as I know, the gun is inside upstairs. I haven't heard of it being in the car.
Okay. Let me just move my purse.
If you want to take
I could be incorrect. I'm not sure.
If you want to start the car and just give me 1 second.
Yeah. Let me make this. I know it's not the most comfortable, but at least you won't be cold over there.
Yeah. I get cold super easy.
Yeah, I get I'm the same way, so I understand.
I was gonna say
Yeah,
that
take a
too.
seat
The
right
gun
away.
is where the child sleeps. She said she sent them upstairs to like the guest bedroom to go to sleep. So the gun is up there with them. Okay. Yeah, I know. I picked that up too.
Here, and then she's gonna. Don't worry about the swap it. Start it up.
Do you have your keys on you?
Here, have it a little closer just in case.
Sorry, this isn't my car. There we go. Okay, so I'm not sure if he introduced himself, but his name is Louis.
Hey, Layla, thank you. He sounds so whiny and wimpy. He definitely on top of the bitch boy. Oh, the bitch boy victim pyramid, man. Definitely. Like he cries after sex.
We both work for Orange County Sheriff's Office. So I understand you spoke with the other guy earlier with Detective Frank Hunt. Is that correct?
Yeah.
Okay. We have officially taken over the case, okay? So...
Are you guys with Kissimmee?
No, we're with Orange County. It's just a different unit.
Oh, okay. What unit are you with?
We're with sex crimes.
Okay.
It's just because of her age and is why we take over. Does that make... I know it's kind of confusing, but like we have like different rules.
Oh, yep. Okay, that made her heart fucking drop. I like how she just kind of just passed it. Oh, we're with sex crimes. We're with sex crimes. Yeah, we're with sex crimes. You know, just real quick. It's not that deep. It's super deep.
Okay.
It's just because of her age and is why we take over. Does that...
Okay, cool.
You talked to him earlier. I kind of got like a brief synopsis of what happened.
What's up, girl? You woke up?
I understand you have a new job.
Yes.
Okay, and if I say anything that's incorrect, please correct me, okay? You have a new job, and last night you asked them to go sleep upstairs because you wanted to get rest. Is that correct?
Yes.
Okay. What time was this? Do you remember? It doesn't have to be like exact time, but like just... Oh, and then yesterday she had her... Or Sunday she had her birthday party, right?
Sunday she had her birthday party.
Okay, what time was that party at?
It started at 3 o'clock.
Okay, from 3 to what time?
I'm not sure. I wasn't there. I was at work.
Oh, okay, you weren't there.
But I know my sister home around 8:30.
Number Fuda in the building.
Was Stefan here at that time?
I'm not sure if he was here at the time, but I think he got here a little bit after. And he was like, okay, she was already doing what she was supposed to. She had taken her nighttime meds, and she was getting ready for bed, like taking a shower. She takes showers at night. So he's like, okay, she was already on it. I didn't get home until, I'm going to say 10:30.
Okay.
And then at 11, I sent them to bed.
Did Stefan make it to the party?
No.
Okay. And then once you get here, you said you sent her to bed at 11.
Dark YouTube
And
sensation.
the following morning, let me backtrack a little bit. You send them upstairs, right? How many bedrooms are upstairs?
3.
Okay. Where?
In bedroom number 4.
Okay. And what about Stefan?
Bedroom number 4.
Okay. Is it normal for both of them to sleep in the same room?
Sometimes when I really need a good night's sleep, I will send them upstairs. But when also a lot of times we will sleep together in the king size bed, all 3 of us, or sometimes Stefan will go upstairs and our bed alone. So it just really depends on what's going on that night with our schedules and what we're doing.
Okay, where were you sleeping?
Downstairs in the king size bed.
Okay. Is it just you two here? Well, you guys have a roommate, right?
We have 2 roommates, and one of the roommates has a son who's here like a little bit more than half the week.
So what rooms do you guys use?
The room downstairs, the master bedroom downstairs, and room number 4.
Okay. So it wasn't last night. It was the night before. Stefan slept in bedroom number 4 and you slept downstairs.
Yes.
In the master. Okay. What time did you wake up?
I'm going to say around 8 o'clock in the morning. Stefan came into the room and was trying to put the leash on the dog.
You guys are funny.
Somewhere between, I'm going to say somewhere between, he came into the room somewhere between 8 and 8:15. he came in to put the leash on the dog, and I got up to try to help him because my dog is kind of a nervous dog, and I didn't want him to pee on the bed.
Oh my God, what the fuck? You know what happens with my dog? I pick the leash up and I hold it in front. Oh, the camera's fucked. Damn. You know what happens with my dog? I've only had her for a little bit, but I've known her for a while. I pick up the leash and she puts her head into it. That's what happens. The fuck? Pee the bed.
So
The dog must have been nervous because the dog knows he's a creep. That's why the dog usually pees the bed. Unless it's, no, they do have them skittish ass dogs like Chihuahuas. Oh my God, Chihuahuas, bro. Ugh, they're not my favorite dog. That's all I'll say.
we wrangled him, put him on his leash, and he said, "Go back to sleep." And I said, "Okay." So I laid back and went back to sleep.
Okay.
I heard people in the kitchen. I'm not sure exactly who was in the kitchen. As far as I know, I came downstairs to get ready in her. So she's got, she's kind of got a bedroom in the living room. If you go into the apartment, you'll see there's like one of those fake walls, separating half the bedroom. She's got like a desk with a bedroom and a TV and a dresser. But she'll hang out there during the day, but she never sleeps there. She always sleeps with me.
My Chihuahua is a sweet girl. Yeah, or he beats the dog when she's at work. Yeah, Miss Vicky, he seems like somebody who would do some evil shit. Just out of random. Just beat the dog. My Chihuahua is a sweet girl. I mean, I guess every Chihuahua I've ever met was a demon spawn. Trembling for no fucking reason. If the wind blew too hard, the dog would probably have a heart attack and die. Literally. Every Chihuahua I've come across. Trembling. Like, what are you trembling for? What is your species, bro? Why do you I know some people love their Chihuahuas, so I'm not going to go too hard on the Chihuahuas. Some Chihuahuas, though, I'm not even going to say too much.
And then the rare occasion upstairs. But most of the time it's with me.
Okay. Did you see her on Monday morning?
Visually see her? No.
Did you hear her?
I heard many people in the kitchen. I'm not sure if it was my roommate or her specifically.
Okay, is your roommate a male or a female?
Female.
Okay.
They're both females.
When was the last time you physically saw?
Wednesday, 11 o'clock. I'm sorry. Sunday, 11 o'clock.
Sunday when you sent her to bed?
To bed. Mm-hmm.
Okay. And then when you woke up, you said you woke up briefly because Stefan went in there.
What's up, Diet Pepsi drinker? I'm glad you're here, man. I'm glad
go back to sleep?
Yes.
What time did you get up?
Do you know anything, Jennifer?
My alarm set. No, I don't have the specific day on there. Let me check something real quick. I'm pretty sure I woke up around 9 o'clock in the morning. And then I left at 9:30.
I had an appointment.
I had a doctor's appointment at like 10:15. But they took a while. And then by the time they did my blood work and whatever,
Special K, you funny as fuck. Must be tripped up on the medication. Yeah, it's the antipsychotics, guys. Don't pay her no mind. Don't pay her no mind. It's just the antipsychotics.
I think I got home somewhere between 11 and 11:15.
Okay. When you got back, was Stefan here?
I'm pretty sure he was, yeah.
What was he doing?
Just sitting in my room. At my computer desk on his phone.
Okay. What did you guys do?
We chatted for a little bit. I asked him what had happened because he had called me earlier at 10. Let me see.
She don't know nothing. It's them pills. The pills be fucking her up. Now my internet's being weird. Hello? Okay.
Pretty sure he called me around 10:18.
What did he call you for?
To let me know, that They didn't go to McDonald's as planned. He had asked her multiple times if she wanted to stop at McDonald's because that was the plan the night before. That they were going to wake up early. He was going to take her to McDonald's, do like a special McDonald's breakfast, and then drop her off at school early because she wanted to get there a little early. But on his way to school, she was very sleepy and wanted to sleep in the car. And she said she did not want to do McDonald's. She just wanted to be dropped off.
Okay.
Also to let me know that he left his phone at home because I had called him multiple times and he hadn't picked up. He had left his phone at home by accident. He had went to the vape shop, but they didn't open on time, so he had waited for quite a while in front of the vape shop. They didn't open, so he left and came back, and we hung out a little bit, and then I think he left again to the vape shop to go buy what he needed.
Okay.
Do you want the name of the vape shop?
Yes. If you have it at the top of your mind, I'm sure we're going to talk again soon. And
I'm sure we're going to talk again soon, so don't even trip. Just do your research and bring it back to me. I think this detective is something. I think it's different because the woman had the child, right? I think so.
So I left for. I went to go. I usually leave around 2:30 to pick her up. She gets out of school at 4. So I wait that. It takes me about 20-25 minutes to get to the school, and then I wait about an hour for her to get out. I waited the whole time, and then when the bell rang and then it was time for her to come out, she wasn't one of the first kids like she normally is. And I realized I was holding up the line because everyone behind me had children, and they needed to get out because I was the first in line. So after about, I'm gonna say, I think it was like 4:10, she didn't come out and I was holding up the line, so I drove away. I said, maybe I forgot to tell her that I was picking her up that day, because I don't know if she knew that I wasn't working that day. But I had assumed that she thought, she knew that I was going to go get her. So because she never came out, I left and I went. She works less than, I'm going to say it's like a 3-minute drive from the school. It's very close. She works in the Hunters Creek Villages area. I drove that way, and I drove along the path that she would walk, and I didn't see her. And then office, I asked, hey, has she gotten here yet? They said no. And I said, okay, let me wait a little bit. And I parked back again on Hunter's Park Lane, I think. And I waited along that lane to see if I would see her walking. And I didn't see her walking. And it was about 4:30, 4:35. At this point, she should have. So I went back to the office. And then I was like, is she here yet? No, she hasn't gotten here.
You're funny, okay. Vikings. Yeah, everybody liked that live. Angel asked. It was her request, okay?
Hold on. Let me see. I called her best friend. And I was like, hey, are you... I don't know if I told her I was picking her up from school today or to walk to the office, but I don't see her anywhere. And she goes, no, she never came to school today. She didn't come to first or second period. And I said, what do you mean? We dropped her off close to school. She should have walked to school. She goes, no, she never made it to any of her periods. And I said, can you please check with your other friends in your other classes to see if she ever made it? She got back to me and said no. At this point, I started to panic because I realized something was wrong. I emailed one of her teachers, a few of her teachers actually, and one of them responded to me. He said she didn't make it to his period at all, and he checked all her other classes, and she didn't make it to school at all. That's when I knew something was truly wrong, and I'm before that email or after that email. But I started panicking and freaking out because she should have been to school. She should have made it.
And then I understand she forgot her phone, right?
Yeah.
Is it common for her to not have her phone?
Yes. She's got ADHD. She's super forgetful. She doesn't even... She never realizes that she's in the shower for a whole hour. She loses track of time. She's very
And then you guys went looking for her, right?
Yes.
Where did you look? Like, did you drive somewhere? Did you walk? Like, where did you go look for her?
And that's remember, these are stories you can't take back. Did you drive somewhere? If you tell a lie and it doesn't add up, you're in trouble. If you tell a lie, it's got to be a damn good lie, something that they can't really confirm yes or no. But did you drive somewhere? Come on, cars got that. You know that little computer at the front of your car. Anything past 2020, anything past 2019, probably 2018, probably 2017. Let's stop at 17. Anything past there, you see them little new computers and shit that be all nice and cute, and you can see your map. That's a GPS, and it knows where you're going, and people can check that. So you can't just be saying shit. You can't just be saying shit. You have to think. And I think that's why she pauses every once in a while. She's like, hold on, let me see if I can get you an accurate time. Let me see, hold on, let me see. What is she, like 3 minutes away? She's taking her time so that she's spell checking. She's correcting all the lies to make sure, can they cover that base? If I say this, will they be able to cover the other base, So yeah, I can feel her working on overdrive, trying to keep this, looking at notes. That's what you guys keep saying, looking at notes. Yeah, no, she's like she wrote her notes down. Let me check real quick my notes, the highlighted things that I would forget. Let me check. Come on, bro.
So, after her best friend called me, actually, or I talked to her best friend on the phone.
See, even that, after I talked to her best friend on the phone, I went to, she's thinking, she's trying her hardest.
So, after her best friend called me, actually.
1, 2.
Or I talked to her best friend on the phone.
1, 2.
I went
3.
back to the school to see.
1 locomotive, 2 locomotives, 3 Okay, now she's talking again. Fuck me. Just spit it out. We have places to search. We have children to return. She knows there's no children to fucking return.
Let me check her official attendance. Let me see what's going on. They were already closed. Nobody was at the school. So I searched by backtracking into the school and then coming back out and seeing that there were no kids at the school at all. So then I drove office. Everything was driving. And then I think that
Justin said phones are tracking devices too. You're damn right. You got the phone tracking you. You got the car tracking you. You got your Fitbit tracking you. You got your fucking iPhone tracking you. Sooner or later, your debit card is finna be tracking you. I mean, it damn near almost is already. You make the purchases, you make a little paper trail or whatever you want to call it. Next thing you know, the chip is gonna be fucking tracking your movement. Like, oh yes, featuring the new debit card GPS. If you ever get lost, your loved ones can find you. It's gonna be some crazy shit, I'm telling you. Everything is tracking you in 2024, folks. If you didn't think so, you're ignorant to the fact.
Response from her teacher at that point. But,
Did you come back to the apartment at any point yesterday once you realized she was missing?
Stefan was at home waiting for us to get back. And then when I told him something was wrong, she never made it to school, he completely hauled it back to me. And then we all stood there waiting for the cops to show up, and they didn't show up till like 7:30.
I can't ditch my cell phone. My whole job is my cell phone. If I ditch my cell phone, I would be out of a job. Yeah, it's tough though. It's tough. Like the thing is tracking you, and even when you say no, don't track the cookies, don't do this, they're gonna do what they do. Believe me, they're gonna do what they do. How do you think your data is all over the fucking country? It's because you have no real privacy. Everything you consume is sold back to you. It's just the way the world is now. You have to actually have a brain now. You have to like realize when you're in the algorithm. and you're buying shit that you wouldn't have even bought, and you're thinking about things you wouldn't have even thought about. You know what I mean? It's because they're seeing your behavior and they're using that shit against you. Capitalism, baby.
It took them a while to respond. I think they were looking for other missing kids around the area too. But yeah, no, we did not come back home until we were done with the police. We were done with everything. There was nothing else for us to do just except come back
Where
home.
was her phone when all of this was happening?
With me.
How did you get the phone if you never came back here?
Whoa.
I took it with me to go pick her up from school. I was going to give it to her when she got in the car and be like, listen, you forgot your phone again, and let her play on it. I'll do that sometimes when she forgets it. I bring the phone with me and I just give it to her afterwards. But I had brought it with me to go pick her up from school.
Okay. And you works where?
I won't get you the address exactly.
Yeah. And then, did you at any point check her phone out while you had it?
Yes.
Tell me about that.
Okay. Actually, I started looking, but I could not concentrate on reading anything. I was too panicked and too worried. I handed the phone to my sister. She's the one, and my niece. They both started going through her texts. I saw her texts. Nothing seemed weird. No weird random people. Everyone is someone I was familiar with or had heard about. They checked her Roblox. They checked her Discord. I checked her Discord as well. There was nothing weird. One of the police officers taught me to look at deleted text messages. We looked at those as well. They were random text messages deleted. They weren't anything.
Do you remember where you were when you were looking at her phone?
Yes.
Which is where?
Let me see.
Let me see. Let me see. Let me go back to my notes. One moment. Let me refer to my notes.
Is it okay if I call her?
Yes.
I'll get the exact address.
And then while she answers, were you guys, when you guys were looking for her, did you guys keep looking for her in the Hunters Creek area or somewhere else?
Hunters Creek area.
Okay. Did you guys come back here at any point?
No.
What time did you guys come back home?
Sorry.
Hold on a second.
It's kind of frustrating.
What time did we come back? What time did we come back? That was a very good question.
I thought that they were gathering their ducks in a row, but at this point, I just think they're gonna go for Stefan because he's a male, and he'll get convicted really easily, and that would put an end to the whole Soto situation. That's my assumption, bro. Because I don't know, maybe I'm too pessimistic, but it seems like they're just like, well, it's probably gonna be hard to get her, so let's just get him. That's what it feels like to me. I don't know. I could be wrong.
I was going to say it was like somewhere between 8 and 9 o'clock p.m.
Did you guys go back out after that?
Stefan went back out.
And this was last night, right?
Yes.
Okay. Where was after this?
With me.
Okay. Did you leave the house at any point with her phone after this?
I don't believe so, no.
Okay.
Hold on. No, I think it's been home all day today, too.
It's been home all day today?
I'm pretty sure, yeah.
What time did the police take her phone?
Oh, just kidding. Yeah, they took it. I don't have it anymore. What time did he take the phone? I've made so many phone calls today and seen so many people today that I
Was it
Don't know.
light out or dark out?
It was light out. It was light out.
It was still
Detective
light.
Hunt still took. Yeah, it was during the
Okay.
daytime.
And then but other than that, her phone was here all day.
In the morning, yes.
The phone is going to show that record. So if she's lying, they'll know she's lying. But again, they haven't arrested her, so maybe she's just sticking to the partial truths that she has.
Did you guys take the phone anywhere other than when Detective Hunt took the phone?
I think it's been home all day. I don't think I left the house with it.
Okay. Did Stefan have access to the phone?
I'm sorry, I took my medicine, so I feel a little spacey.
Oh, yeah. You feel spacey, that's fine. It's anti-psychoticing you. It's fine. That's what's supposed to happen.
I think I've had it with me. I think it's been with me.
Okay. Did you go through her phone today?
Yes.
Okay. Where was that at?
Muffins Mimi, you are about 3 hours late, Miss Mimi, which is crazy. You know, type shit. I'm sorry you're late, but yeah, you're about 3 hours too late. Welcome, though.
And what were you looking for at that time?
To see if there was anything else. What we couldn't access on Monday night was Roblox. So my niece came over and logged into her Roblox and checked out messages. But then they were also, my sister was also looking through her phone to see if there was anything.
Here at the house?
Yes.
And that was today?
Yes.
Okay, do you guys have her account information as far as like her iCloud and all that stuff? Or is it just on her phone?
I've had a hard time logging into it before when I was trying to get her a new phone.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm not sure if I can log in to her iCloud. But I think it's all on her phone.
Okay. The reason I'm asking is because so like they took the phone and they downloaded it, right? They can see like if somebody tries to access her accounts and stuff like that. So if you guys do have access to anything, yeah, if you guys can refrain from like logging back in.
Okay, that's fine. Yeah.
So it doesn't look like she like if she tries to like access her accounts from like somewhere else, that way we can track that.
Yeah.
Does that make sense what I'm saying?
Of course, yeah.
Yeah. So they're asking if you can, just try not logging into any more of her accounts so that when he's going through the phone, it doesn't look like she's trying to log on from somewhere else.
Yeah.
Okay. Was there anything else that they wanted us to clarify?
Did you find the address to your...
Sorry, let me call her again.
Or what's the name of it?
Oh, if I could remember her business name, I don't know.
You don't know nothing. She doesn't know much of
It's an
anything, does
insurance
she?
business.
You know one thing I realized? She doesn't know much of goddamn nothing, do she? She don't know much of nothing. She's actually a fucking moron from the looks of it, if we were just to... she don't know nothing. Why are we even fucking talking to you? You don't know much of anything, do you, Jen?
I think Advanced Insurance something group.
And then I know that you've been with us for the most part of the day, right?
Yes.
We have, I want to say maybe like 40 people out here, okay? Between us and Kissimmee. And we're all, going to be working basically
What's up, ND?
overnight and throughout the day tomorrow until we... Okay? Tonight, what we're going to do is, I know we already secured your house, right? We asked everybody to leave. So, another thing that I'm going to ask is if you guys can find somewhere else to stay for the night, because we're going to have Kissimmee out here at your apartment for the rest of the night, because the people that come and like take pictures and all that other stuff are not going to respond until the morning. Okay, so nobody can go into the house for the rest of the night until the house gets we need to take pictures and do other stuff with the house. Does that make sense?
Yeah. Okay.
And unfortunately, because you guys have such a big apartment, it's not something that only...
Yo, what's up, Jamie in the building? Caught alive. You sure did, ma'am, toward the end. I appreciate you for stopping through.
one person does. Like, we don't do that, right? We have our forensics unit come out. And it's not something that one person can do by herself. So she has to wait until people come in, because they're on call after midnight, right? So she has to wait for the other people to come in the morning, and then they're all going to come in as a unit and try to get it done as quick as possible.
Okay. I need to go back into the house.
Mm-hmm.
I have medication that I have to take.
Highly nervous, confused, and umming. And scared. I have to get back into the house. There's medication that I have to take. And it's super serious, bitch. Oh my fucking God. She just told the people that she forgot to take her medication 2 days ago. Now she's over here saying she must take her medication or the world will end. Come on now. Is she a complete dipshit? She doesn't work. She is a shitty mom. She just takes pills and sleeps. That's pretty accurate. Pretty accurate. She takes pills and sleeps. And why does she sleep? Because, it's to make the pills work. Man, shit. I'm glad I wasn't spawned at max difficulty like Madeline was, because this type of a mother is definitely spawning into the world at your max difficulty level. Like, you know what I mean? You have a moron for a parent. How's that?
In order to be like normal.
Mm-hmm.
Is there a possibility that I can go back in there and get my meds?
Yes. Give me a few minutes, and then we'll try to figure out how we can get your medication. Okay, but that's something that we can definitely get. Okay. Does it make sense what I'm telling you?
Yes. I just don't know what we're gonna do about finding a place to go. But okay.
Your daughter's missing, and you're worried that you're inconvenienced that you have to find a place to go. That's a lot. That's very telling.
And then, because last in Stefan's car, we're also going to tow his car.
Okay.
Okay?
Okay.
Do you have any questions about anything that I'm telling you? Okay, so from now on, it'll probably be me getting in touch with you, okay?
Oh, so it's not over.
Detective.
So to keep it clear, it's the sex crimes department that's gonna be up your ass for the rest of this investigation. Love that for her. I know her heart just dropped to her fucking ass, because she's like, from here on out, you're gonna be talking to me. Oh, so you weren't just checking up, you're still following leads on possible sex crimes? Yeah, I know that probably through her. Yo, Gnarly Marley in the building. Call her an OG, because she been in this thing for a minute.
Okay? Okay. Do you understand everything that we discussed?
Yeah.
Okay.
Can I get your direct number?
Yes.
Mom's job address, if I remember it correctly, is 13550 Village Park Lane.
Village Park Lane.
Suite 125.
Okay.
In Orlando, Florida.
That's in Hunter's Creek, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Village Park Drive, you said?
Yes.
Yeah.
And 13550.
Yes.
Is that like an apartment complex?
It's a business building? I don't know. It's a building with a lot of business and offices inside.
And when did you say you were there?
I got
Yeah,
there.
high school is different. If it was high school, then I kind of get it. But even high school, they kind of hit you up after a few days at least. Jonathan, thank you for the 8 months. We have a few people up in this thing creeping up on a year, man. It's so fucking dope.
There around 4. Well, see, I left and came back. So 4:45. I got there, and I think I
He was
stayed
in
until
6th grade.
they had left.
No, that's unacceptable. That's crazy.
Were you there today?
No.
Is there phone would be anywhere near that area today?
That's kind of unacceptable. I would have low key said something to that school district.
No, I don't think so. It's been with me. Oh, Detective Hunt went back to that office. I'm so sorry, and he had her phone.
Okay, he had her phone at that time.
Yeah.
Why did he go back to that office?
Because my uncle had walked the path along the trail, and he had found a wallet with not 90, but like credit cards and something that had somebody's state on it. So he went to pick it up to see if it was of any interest.
Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm gonna give you my business card. I'm still here for a little bit longer. I'm gonna talk to Stefan one more time. There was like a few things that we needed to clarify with him, and then we're gonna, like, me physically, after I get done talking to Stefan, I'm gonna try to go get rest, right? Because we're gonna continue to do all this.
Yeah.
There's other detectives that are coming from my unit, okay? So, like, there's always gonna be somebody here.
Okay.
So just because I physically am not here, don't think that we're not physically working on this. We have a lot of people in our unit, right? So we're taking, like, shifts. And then the people we have violent crimes out here as well. And they're here till 4 in the morning. So I don't want you to think that, like, just because I'm leaving, that we're not still actively working on this. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Like, they are here till 4 in the morning.
Does that make sense? Jen, does that make sense? When people tell you does that make sense so many times, you're in trouble. You're having issues, guys. Something is amok. Amok, I say. Anyways, people. That was pretty much it. Boom. Go follow Kirk Fagon. He does cool tattoo review videos. That's what I've been watching for a while. I don't know. I just felt like shouting somebody out. Anyways, to all 33.1 of you guys, thank you for coming the fuck out. It was dope. You know what I'm saying? It was good seeing some OGs. Gnarly Marley, D. Gillespie, if I said your last name right. All the OGs who came out real quick to say what up back to you guys. I appreciate the moderators, Lisa, Gerda, Jim. You guys are awesome. Special thank you to Layla, because Layla was going crazy over there in the UK. Special thanks to Layla. Special thanks to Jim with the really funny $33.10. And everybody who came out just to vibe out, hang out, see what was going on with Tiffany Henyard, see what was going on with Madeline Soto. I appreciate you guys for spending that time of your day with me. You feel me?